So we got a question from Tom. I'm an amateur cyclist in the 55 plus category. You know, a number of people in my inner circle are cyclists. And the question you ask is, I'm going to give you the solution that the members of my inner circle who are cyclists gave me. So this is great. I train the bike 6 to 10 hours per week, depending on my work schedule. I like to lift 2 to 3 days per week. And I was thinking about easy strength would be a good program to go with. I have been lifting most of my adult life and familiar with deadlift, squat, etc. And I was wondering what would your suggestion would be for a lifting program? Well, I do think it would be easy strength. And so how you work out whether you're going to lift then ride or ride then lift, from the feedback I've received, it's lift then ride. And if you get up in the morning and get your lifting session in, you have your bike ride in the afternoon, that's fine. If you're going to go back to back, I really would like you to go lift then ride. Because, you know, once you get back from the ride, you know, not a lot of people want to deadlift after 100 miles on the bike. For the exercises, I would try to get yourself away from any exercises that exacerbates this position. So I would, if you're going to do a press, I almost insist it's of the vertical variety. If you're going to go with dumbbell kettlebells, I think the alternating press. I talk about the touchdown press in a couple of my recent podcasts. The seesaw press, if it's barbells, obviously the barbell press. I would stay away from a bench press because of that position. We just don't want to be in that position very much. I don't think you should, I think you should hang as part of your warm-up. Just get on the bar, you know, just hang, go for 30 seconds or go for 2 minutes, whatever you decide. And just hang, just to, I call it poor man's chiropractor. I had a chiropractor at my last workshop, and he got a kick out of how often I say things are poor man's chiropractors. I would like to see you do something in the row family. Now, depending on how things are going, if you have a suspension trainer, the TYI series might be really good to keep everything healthy back here. But if you are going to do barbell, dumbbell, kettlebell rows, the one thing I do want you to make sure you do is every time you bring that barbell in, I want you to make sure you pause. So on a kettlebell, I like the thumb in the armpit and then a pause. So I'm leaning over and the bell's that's straight down. Pause. 1, 2, release, pull up, pause. 1, 2, release, bring it back up, pause. The reason is I think a lot of people, at least the North Americans I work with, a lot of them have lost that ability to squeeze back. This cutting edge idea comes from the great bodybuilding coach, Vince Gironda. And I think once I adopted that, it was really a good move for myself personally and any athletes I work with. Now, obviously, if you're going to do something like the barbell row, be sure you maintain a good hinge position, hold at the top, and don't turn into any kind of herky-jerky movement at all. I would keep goblet squats or whatever squat variation as part of the warm-up. So your warm-up would be the hang and the goblet squat. You would then do the vertical press, a row family. I don't mind a deadlift for cyclists. I think just being strong, any deadlift variations you like are fine. You know, if you do have some issues from time in the saddle, you know, maybe move up to the rack deadlift where the barbell is like just above your knee. And then when you want to go deeper, you put the barbell in your patella tendon, which is just below the knee. And don't take your time, easy strength it up, take your time. And then of course, I think with this, the ab wheel would be nice as a complement to the posterior chain. The ab wheel would work very nicely. Those two would be companions. Of course, I can't help myself, but if you're going to do loaded carries, I think the best loaded carry for cyclists probably the suitcase carry family. And remember, just marching in place with a suitcase carry is really great too, especially if the off arm is extremely active. So if I'm holding the bell down there, as I march, if I make my offhand active, I think there's some value to it to cause even more tsunami throughout the body. I think it's a good I think it's a good program. I think it's a good compliment. You're only on the bike 6 to 10 hours a week. And if you're lifting 3 days a week, you're basically at the numbers. I think those, if you're on the bike 5 hours a week, so that's either, 3-hour sessions or 2-hour sessions, and you're lifting 3 days a week, I think you can work that out, that I would at least double up 2 days a week with lifting and biking. 1 day a week, be sure to just lift only, and 1 day a week for sure, just bike only. So there's 4 days for you right there. Monday, lift in the morning, bike in the afternoon. Tuesday, maybe just a nice, easy bike ride. Wednesday, just lift. Thursday, maybe another easy bike ride, or just take the day off. Friday, the lift bike day, and then Saturday and or Sunday, get those miles in. Or if you're in a race of some kind on both days. Thank you. I hope that helped. Appreciate it.